Hi, my beautiful people. Thank you so much for tuning back into the Self-Love Witch podcast. It is your host, Kimberly here. I can be found on Instagram at Intentional Mommy. That's Intentional Mommy is spelled M-A-M-I. So you guys, today I am going to talk about a topic that really anybody can relate on today. It's going to be about the energy of abundance and, of course, touching on the mindset of scarcity and trying to figure out how to navigate, especially when trying to adopt a new mindset when it comes to believing that things will always work out with you, believing that you will always be provided for, believing that you will never lack. And it comes with a hard, kind of like a hard lesson and a hard initiation process, in my opinion, especially when you have not witnessed that kind of energy being, adopted throughout life. If you haven't seen that energy being embodied by anyone you've known, it can be a little tricky. So today I'm going to talk about how I've watched it manifest in my life and just little things that I've picked up on as far as adopting the mindset and how it plays out. So I put a post on my page this morning about conjuring abundance. And just touching on how we have to accept that abundance is our birthright. Without a doubt, abundance is our birthright. I don't believe we were put here to be wanting or needing for anything. I do believe that outside of the constructs of society and how society runs currently, I don't feel like it's very godly. I don't feel like it was the way that God wanted it to be. But I feel that it's in such a way that a lot of people need a lot of things that I feel that should be innately, our birthright and things that we should already have without a doubt. So, just talking about how abundance is our birthright and how abundance is not only a material, because I feel like when we speak about abundance, all we think about most times is money. And which, granted, that's true. Abundance does come in the form of money and materials, but abundance, I always say to people, it's an energy. It's an energy that it's never lacking. It's bountiful. It's giving in its nature, and it's very expansive. It's very limitless. And when we talk about abundance, we need to talk about what that looks like and also what it feels like. And kind of figuring out what it means to ourselves too, because my idea of abundance can be something completely different to someone else. So when I speak about myself, when I think about abundance, I think about just not needing for anything, and just being in the process of just desiring. Because I feel like when you need something, there's this constant feeling of lack, the acknowledgement that you don't have something. And I feel like it's okay to acknowledge that you need something and that you don't currently have it. But I feel like we have to find better ways to speak about it, because I feel like our tongues are extremely powerful. And I'm going to get into that later. So as far as the energy, like I said, I feel like it's a giving energy within its essence. And it can come in the form of materials, money, but it can also come in the form of people. Like, let's say, I can't even describe how many times this has happened to me. Just when you're, the whole like right place, right time. I don't believe in coincidences. I believe that things happen how they are supposed to happen. So I remember one time, I could speak on this. This was about, I think I was maybe 18, 19. I was working at a grocery store at the time as a cashier. And at the time, it was storming. It was snowing crazy bad. And I couldn't drive home because at the time, I rode like my family's hand-me-down car. It wasn't really good in the snow. It was a van. And her name was Bertha. I love Big Bertha. But that car got me through. That was my baby. Okay, that was my first baby. I always respect her. Rest in peace to Bertha. I don't know what she's doing right now. She got sold. But anywho, it was raining and snowing and all you can name it. Black ice, everything on the road. And so we were told that our jobs were going to pay for our hotel room to stay overnight and work again in the morning. So I was like, okay, that's cool. But the only thing was I didn't have any money. Like, I was working part-time. I stayed at home. All my food was at home. I didn't really have to hurt for food. I just take my butt home. But that particular day, and Cash App wasn't even a thing back then. I don't believe, or at least I didn't know about it. So I don't think there was really any way for my parents to even get to me or send me money. So I was just like, I didn't tell anybody that I needed anything. I was just like, okay, I'm just gonna trust and believe that things are gonna work out. And so I'm over here in the aisle just looking for little things. I had a little something, but I was like, I don't know if it's gonna, give me what I need. And so this guy, I'll never forget him. His name was Harry, I believe. And he came up to me and we were just talking, and he just handed me a $20 bill and he was like, here, I just want you, to get what you need. And I'm just like, wow. And that's happened to me so many times. And that's why I say that abundance to me is not only money, because although he gave me money, but it's just that abundance that comes in the form of people who come into your life and assist you and are there to help you. And not only in the form of people, but also in the form of offerings and opportunities. And I'm sure we can all think back on our lives and just think of ways that that's so crazy. This person could not have known that I needed this, and they just did this. It's this energy when you just embody it. It's abundance, but it's also faith, because faith goes hand in hand with the energy of abundance. I will never tell someone, because I'm a woman, I believe in God. If you don't believe in God, that is your thing. I don't downplay anyone's beliefs. We believe what we believe because that is, conducive with our life experiences. But I'm a believer in God, and I've seen God work in ways in my life, and I've seen how my faith in God has done the inexplainable. So when I talk about, faith and how that plays a huge role in our belief system when it comes to how we believe in abundance, it plays a major role, right? Because for me, I don't have the whole belief that there's a man in the sky. That's because I don't believe God is neither male or female. I just believe God is an energy. And so for me, I feel like embodying abundance also means embodying God and embodying just that energy that believes I will always be provided for. I will never want for anything. I will never need for anything. My steps are ordered before me. Anything that I need in the future that I can't even see right now, everything's being arranged right now for that very moment for me to be able to take care of whatever I need to take care of. And so it also goes hand in hand, because I've been the type of person, I will quit a job like no tomorrow. If I have always been that way, if I feel like something isn't serving my purpose and I'm not happy anymore, I don't feel the need to stay and linger, not because I'm spoiled, not because I am entitled or anything, but just because I have my faith. It's just that strong that my abundance mindset has just I've learned so much through adopting a mindset and just seeing how it works, that I don't feel the need to continue into anything that I feel like isn't giving me joy. Because like I said, to me, my definition of abundance is being someone who feels a lot of peace and who is in bliss and in love with their life. I really don't feel like we can have any type of abundance in our lives if we are not 100% happy. I feel like we need to find joy, because abundance does not correlate with depression or anger or any of those other feelings that, have us down, I feel like we always need to search for our joy. And I feel like there's a certain equation. I feel like to get within that abundance mindset, I feel like the first thing you have to do is figure out what makes you happy and figure out what gives you that fire in your belly, that passion. It doesn't always have to be a career. It could just be how you operate in your daily life. You have to figure out, what do I need for myself? What kind of time do I need to give myself to feel like I am not operating like a robot and to make me feel like I'm actually living? Because when I went on a trip recently, I had such a revelation that I had literally turned into a robot and I wasn't really living, because I felt this bliss inside of me that it didn't come from money. It didn't come from another person. It came from just realizing like, oh wow, like I'm really doing what my soul wants, and I'm really doing what brings me joy. Whether that be taking a walk in the park, whether that be whatever, just kind of realizing like I don't let any of society's pressures tell me what my day should be like. I tell society, you can have a little portion of my time in my everyday life, but you're gonna get the time that I assign to you. You're not gonna assign your time to me. And I realized that works for me best, and that's kind of how I know that I need to be an entrepreneur and stick on this role, because it truly depletes my spirit when I feel like other things or other people or other circumstances are controlling my life. And I like to feel like I'm in control of my time, and I'm in control of my my destiny. And I'm not saying that if you work for anyone else that you're not in control of your time or your destiny, but I just know how I see it and how I feel within myself. And I'm very aware of, what fuels my spirit and what depletes it. And because I am an intuitive woman, a lot of things are very spiritual to me. I have a hard time sometimes looking at things from just a earthly perspective. So it's harder for me to engage in things and to keep operating certain ways, because my spirit and my intuition is just always like, nah, cuz nah, and so kind of just, that takes me back to just finding your passion and kind of learning yourself. No one on this earth can tell you what an abundance mindset means to you. You have to figure out what makes you happy, what gives you that passion. You have to figure out where your scarcity mindset began, and that means going back in your past, and that means if you got to get a piece of paper and write down the certain issues that really just started to make you feel like you felt powerless, or made you feel like you didn't have enough, or made you feel like you weren't enough. And you got to figure out what circumstances those were. Figure out how that plays in your daily life now. Figure out what things you do on a daily basis that kind of prolong it and keep that scarcity mindset alive. For instance, I had a bad habit in the past of saying I'm broke. I don't say that. I correct anyone around me who says that to themselves, because we're not broke. We have to learn to use our words correctly. You're not broke. You're alive and well to me. You're not broke. You're not broken. You're not broke. So I always say, if you spent some money, if you've given out some energy, always say what goes around comes around. The energy going to be given right back. And I always say that to people, that energy abundance is, I think of abundance as an infinity symbol. And that's how we need to look at money. That's how we need to look at our time. And that's how we need to look at just energy as a whole, because it really makes us mindful of what we're putting out. And if we always make sure that what we're putting out is going to not only benefit us, not in a selfish way, but just in a way that makes sure that it's of love, and it's of peace, and it's of abundance, because that's all the energy that we want flowing around us, for ourselves and for others that are connected to us, because it's kind of selfish to think whatever you put out is going to come back to you. Like I said, energy in abundance is an infinity symbol. So if you put out bad, it's coming right back around. You put out good, it's coming back around. So why not just keep putting out energy that's, when it comes back to you, it'll come back in beautiful ways, and in ways that not only better yourself, but better others. So when it comes to the abundance mindset, I feel like we really just need to also understand that abundance searches for lives to unfold its blessing into, just like money always searches for hands to fall into. Abundance, money, anything like that, it doesn't belong to any particular person. It literally searches for hands and lives to fall into. We just have to be open. We can't be closed off. We have to be open. Just like with love. There's no way you're going to find love of your life closed off. There's no way. So we have to look at it the same way. That there's no way you're going to get a job or get anything if you're just quiet with your mouth shut. You have to walk out there. You got to claim it. You got to say, I want that. You got to put in the work, put in the energy to hopefully have the energy come back to you. And it's the same with abundance. It's the same with money. It's the same with just attracting wealth. It's just the same way. I feel like when it comes to money, we kind of all have this very stiff idea of cash and how it moves, and how when we send it out, it's just going to other people. It's never going to come back. No, we got to change that. Keep that idea that money is always going to flow back to you, period, in any kind of way. Even if you can't see it, well, make yourself see it. Because like I said, abundance is a limitless energy. And so our energy in itself and our mindset in itself has to learn to be limitless. If you can't picture the best of the best for yourself, sometimes you have to envision things, and sometimes we can't envision beyond a certain thing or beyond a certain caliber or beyond a certain level. We have to teach ourselves to go beyond the limitations of our own minds. And, sometimes it can be hard to be like, okay, wow, I'm kind of closed-minded in a bit. Like I may be more open-minded than others, but I am still, in a way, I'm closed-minded when it comes to wealth. I'm closed-minded when it comes to envisioning what kind of life I can have. I'm closed-minded when it comes to what kind of impact that I can have. And so that's been helping me a lot. And I want to actually make Mondays about manifestation. So from now on, Mondays are going to be Manifestation Mondays. And we're going to talk about abundance. We're going to talk about wealth. We're going to talk about attraction. We're going to talk about spell work. We're going to talk about rituals. We're going to talk about just betterment as a whole and manifesting it and transforming our lives through the mind. Because it all starts there. Rituals, where does it start? In the mind. It's your mind power. It's your belief. It's your faith. So I'm excited to get this started. I also want to go ahead and point out that this month I am going to be having a Moon Magic meetup virtually. I want to do it on Zoom or probably like a call. I'm not too sure yet. So follow the Yoni Moon Magic page on Instagram. That's where I do my monthly moon meetups. I've taken a break for a couple months, but I want to get back into it. And also, if you're new listening to this, please follow the podcast Instagram, which is the Self Love Witch Podcast. And yeah, I really hope that, we all, start to put more focus on abundance and demolishing the mindset of scarcity. And I hope that as a whole together with these Manifestation Mondays, that we can all kind of like break the limitations that we put on ourselves when it comes to abundance and when it comes to believing and attracting what we need and what we want. So I hope all the routes be clear enough for us to walk into our bliss and into our blessings. I pray that we wake up every day knowing that we are limitless, knowing that we can attract anything that we want, and keeping our mind set on what we do want to see versus what we don't want to see, and being mindful of how our mind is working, and be mindful of the things that we say, and be mindful of our tongue, and be mindful of our actions, and having the faith to always keep moving in the direction of which you want to go, even if you don't necessarily know how to get there. It's kind of like when we're walking down the path. Sometimes we don't know where we're headed. But all we know is we need to keep walking, right? So in a way, I want to say this to everyone. sometimes if we can't see, it's okay to keep walking in that energy. If you don't know how it's coming, know it's coming. Keep walking, keep walking in that energy. If you don't know what's coming, you don't know what's behind that door, you don't know when the door is even coming, but keep walking in that energy. Keep walking and believing that energy is going to always manifest in your life. As long as you put one foot in front of the other and you're walking in trust, you're walking in faith, you're walking in abundance, you're walking knowing that you will always be provided for, you'll never hurt for a thing. And I'm living proof of that. I'm living proof of that. And I just want to encourage y'all, stay blessed. I look forward to more Manifestation Mondays. I love y'all. And like I said, don't be afraid to hop in the DMs on the Instagram because I would love to speak with y'all. And stay blessed, all right? Peace.